All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Fast versus WFZ. Fast spawning as the blue orc over here on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, WFZ spawning as the red undead. Fast cast, yeah, 2 fast casts today, but the games may be fairly long, so not quite sure what to make of it as we're looking at Altar of Darkness Ziggurat opening. No crypt as of yet, but the timing should be right about now. All right, standard opening coming in from WFZ or WFZ, depending on where you hail from, as the game is getting underway. Now, what can we expect to see in this matchup? Death Knight going up against either the Farseer and or Blade Master Zed. What the more people like Zed than Z, and the name Zed's dead. All right, Acolyte now making its way back out. Well, Zed is some people say the last letter of the English alphabet is Z, and some people say it is Z. I guess it's the difference between like aluminum and aluminium and different ways things are pronounced. Yeah, if anyone says English is an easy language, no, it's actually quite complicated trying to explain and know all of the rules. There's even like orders for adjectives. It's like the large gray bear is correct, but you can't say the gray large bear. It just doesn't sound correct. So all of these hidden rules, I just say Z, but you can't say. It's kind of like saying the name of the letter J is actually the name of the letter J is Jay. Otherwise, like J, or I don't know. Z, yeah, Z, you just say Z as in ZEE for Z. You just think Z is Z. Acolyte now gonna get one-on-one against that Blade Master. Blade Master ends up taking some damage from the Ogre Mauler and that Forest Troll Berserker. Meanwhile, Death Knight purposely pulling in some units back here. Not zzz. Anyways, Skeletal Minion's gonna go ahead and engage. Ogre Warrior gonna get taken down. Death Coil onto that Ogre Warrior, trying to quickly finish him off before that Blade Master appears. Death Knight getting in a lot of damage, will be able to finish it off here, but is he going to be able to get some additional Death Coils? And new Skeletal Minions should be popping up. Blade Master going after the Forest Troll High Priest on the far side as well, picking up Sentry Wards, perhaps going to place one down and try and keep track of a possible expansion attempt. No expansion attempt, as we can see a quick tech to tier 2 on both sides. Great Hall a little bit faster. Voodoo Lounge, double Orc Burrows getting set up. Blade Master going after that Forest Troll High Priest will finish it off here in just a second. And for information's sake, red is actually the Orc player, even though he is blue, but I need to keep track of him on the minimap, hence I'm not going to swap the colors. My apologies if it is confusing, because it is in fact confusing, but there's not much I can really do about it. Blade Master, until Blizzard creates a proper observer mode, which I have asked. Double wards, eyes all over the place, going to be able to keep track of his opponent, and that's just one of the powerful abilities of those items. Map awareness and being able to know where your opponent is sometimes good enough. Also, the Blade Master in this early stage, the fact that he's able to creep out these creep camps with the low hit point Blade Master, he has Windwalk as a getaway, but he has a decent idea of where his opponent is. It's okay. We are all trained after such a long time. Death Knight, Ring of Protection +3, Gloves of Haste units still wandering around. Blade Master, where is it going to try and go next? Grunts on the move as well. Stronghold now done. What is going to be that second hero? Shadow Hunter adding in a Bestiary. We'll see if we see a Tauren Totem or a Spirit Lodge, both of which very, very effective. Can be effective in this matchup. Blade Master going to go after this Null Overseer creep camp. How come I can't hear anything? There we go. All right. Hearing all the battles now coming in. Death Knight looking to clear up this Ogre Magi creep camp as well. And so far, everything pretty much opening and playing to a pretty standard opening. Still surprised there's no Slaughterhouse, and oh, there's the training on that Lich. The timing seems a little bit behind here. Oftentimes there's that tech to tier 3 that I was expecting as well. Meanwhile, Blademaster gonna go after that Death Knight. Death Knight sitting at level 2, just shy of level 3. Love your casting's been watching you as far as I eat for some years now. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you for watching for so many years. Back at home, Shadowhunter perhaps going to go ahead and use a couple of grunts to continue to level up. You can see these sentry wards are positioned in such a way where it is going to be difficult for the Lich and the Death Knight to gain experience. This is the portion of the game where, well, the Shadowhunter wants to get to level 2 and level 3 while trying to contain the Lich's level. Once the Lich gets to level 2, all of a sudden you have access to Frost Nova, and then level 3, that powerful Frost Nova, a jump or a spike in power level, as normally the Lich does go for Frost Armor first to try and protect those units. Tech to tier 3 about 40% done. Slaughterhouse about 60% done. Meanwhile, Shadowhunter looking to finish off this Ogre Magi will be getting exactly 200 experience. There must have been a death somewhere else on infinite range that I was not aware of. What's the most crucial time in this matchup? Tauren Chieftain getting stomped at level 2. Well, we should be looking at Fortress already coming across here. And there is so many things to look out for in this matchup. Stomped level 2 is one of those things. But even the Tauren Chieftain making its way out, level 1 and level 2 is very, very big. And the problem on this map is going to be Last Refuge. How or what are you going to try and creep with that Tauren Chieftain to get him to level 3? You need that Blademaster at level 3. You definitely need the Shadowhunter at level 3 for a level 2 healing wave. And as you clear out all of these creep camps, you're forced to almost clear out these Ogre Lord creep camps or these Gargantuan Sea Turtle creep camps, which are rather difficult since it exposes your back to your opponent so much. Raiders will definitely be needed with Ensnare. Get that Ogre Lord into this position here. Get an Ensnare, get a proper surround in order to get the necessary level. That's what I'm looking for right now as we're trying to get that Tauren Chieftain to level 3. But the Tauren Chieftain, the Shadowhunter needs to get to level 3 first. There is that Ogre Lord pull out, as I was saying. There's that Ensnare, so important. There's that surround so that Ogre Lord can't really make its way back in. And we're going to see there's a quick Hex, and even using a Hex to try and minimize the amount of damage that Ogre Lord is dealing. But we could see a Death Coil sometimes at the last moment take away that very, very big amount of experience. Death Knight is at 3. Lich is sitting at 2. Tauren Chieftain now out on the field. Kodo Beast is here as well. Tauren Chieftain desperately wants 3. And, well, we may see the Blademaster and the Shadowhunter purposely back away to get this Tauren Chieftain at least to 2 relatively early on. Plus 12 item for that Blademaster. Very nice there. We're going to take a look. Lich now trying to aggro all of those units all the way back. You never want to try to expose your opponent as the Pit Lord is brought in to try and, well, decrease the amount of damage that the Orc army can deal. Lich picks up a Hood of Cunning, Intelligence, and, well, is that a Book of the Dead? I think, yeah, and also a Book of the Dead. Death Knight gonna purposely try and back away as well. Lich desperately wants level 3 as both sides, well, just happy to do a lot of creeping so far. Vampiric Aura on the Tauren Chieftain. We're gradually going into Headhunters. We are not... Lately, undead players have actually been avoiding destroyers, knowing that they don't necessarily need them in this matchup any longer. Ogre Lord was taken down already. Blademaster now perhaps looking for another powerful item. Hasn't spotted his opponent here. Sees that there is that Gargantuan Sea Turtle again. Tauren Chieftain going to get into that front position. Finish off some of those units as we're looking at the Pit Lord off over here, finishing off the Goblin Laboratory creep camp. All right, taking some big experience from his opponent there, taking experience that was just right at that front door location, And at this time, you may actually catch a couple of units in transit. We're looking at 50 over 50 supply compared to 48 over 50. Hence the reason no additional units have been added just quite yet. Voodoo Lounge is in position to set up a fast Great Hall. We're going to look at the Blade Master, perhaps try and pick one up and set it down here. Meanwhile, Raider easily taken out as the Pit Lord going to get into position. Blade Master keeping track, no shade nearby, or their Blade Master trying to go after an Obsidian statue. There you go, Book of the Dead on the surround. Tauren Chieftain is going to try and do anything. Blade Master is using a potion of lesser invulnerability to stay alive. Tauren Chieftain is right in the back line. There's the stomp, and it was so well surrounded that it still hit multiple units. Tauren Chieftain still alive and well. Vampiric Aura helping. There is a second stomp as well. Tauren Chieftain needs to pick up a potion of healing, takes a Death Coil, and gonna get taken down. There it goes, level 4 on the Death Knight. Healing wards, are they gonna be dropped anywhere? Blade Master now trying to fight their way through, losing that level 2 Tauren Chieftain is big. Slower attack speed as the units now still trying to make their way back. All right, Death Coil going down onto a unit there, not quite sure which one. Blade Master gonna try and engage, going straight after that Crypt Fiend. There it goes, as Death Coil was on cooldown temporarily. Grunt's now getting taken down. 47 supply over compared to 45. Both sides losing a lot of units as we're still battling this through. All right, there goes a couple of ensnares. Second Obsidian statue now down. No more healing for the undead army, as that means damage will really start to stick. Tauren Chieftain could make its way back out. Shadowhunter still, I believe, used a potion of mana. Still has another healing wave ready to go. There goes a Kodo Beast. Blade Master could try and finish off some more units. Orc Burrow still joining in on the fight as the Howl of Terror greatly reducing the amount of damage being done. Blade Master now going after that Crypt Fiend again. Are we going to see some repairs? Death Knight is still nearby with plenty of mana ready to go. Shadowhunter trying to finish off some more units as the Blade Master is in trouble, down to 407 hit points after a healing wave. All right, units trying to get away. Obsidian statue heads up the hill, able to hide. Going to come back down again. A 37 to 43 supply advantage. Meanwhile, well, no expansion being established either. All right, there's a haunted gold mine. Grunt going to try and shut that down. Tauren Chieftain comes back out only to see all of his friends are nowhere in sight. Orc Burrow perhaps going to get taken down. Repairs are underway, but this is the problem with this particular orc or undead army, as it tries to deal damage to fortified buildings. You just realize that it doesn't really stick, especially with peons repairing. Blade Master now shows up to the party. Tauren Chieftain is out here as well, trying to finish off some of those units. Are we going to see a Purge Ball from the Blade Master? Well, haven't seen any of those just quite yet, trying to finish things off. Tauren Chieftain does throw down a Stomp, but is now out of mana as the Lich now down to 76 hit points. It gets taken down. Death Knight perhaps was hexed at that moment, unable to get a Death Coil off. It has plenty of mana, so it couldn't possibly have been on cooldown, as the Obsidian statue going to be lost. And all of a sudden, Fast taking control of that fight right there, as those burrows were just so strong at the piercing and heroic damage and magic damage of the undead army. All right, thank you, Snowing Newt, for that. I believe that's just a follow. I shouldn't say just a follow, for the follow. 40 supply compared to 46 right now. Orc is a little bit high. Gusto, thank you for the host, as we're looking at, well, Tauren Chieftain now clearing out this 10 o'clock location. Expansion could be coming into place. Yes, there you go. There is a fast Great Hall being placed down. Ring of Protection +3 going to be picked up by that Blade Master. Units will be here ready to go. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain wants to get to level 3. Shadowhunter taking a bit of that experience, though, so it will be denied. Will you consider doing WarCraft 2 stream for campaign 15th anniversary, by the way? Just curious. I'd have to install WarCraft 2. And, wow, I don't... Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know if I have WarCraft 2 associated with my Battle.net account, so to even get it. Anyways, Shadowhunter sitting at level 4, Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 2. Will get to level 3 here, and as we said earlier, getting that level 2 stomp on a level 3 Tauren Chieftain is absolutely huge. Pit Lord gets to level 3. Tauren Chieftain gets to level 3 as well, and we'll see what is going to be going down in that next battle. Tauren Totem training up some more units again. War Mill. Do we what are the upgrades on these units? 0-0 on the Berserkers and the Raiders. No upgrades on any of the units. Meanwhile, the Crypt Fiends with a major 2-0 upgrade. Blade Master going straight after this Obsidian statue. Is it going to perhaps be able to take it down? And it looks as though one or does finish it off. There is that Wind Walk in order to get away. Dust of Appearance, however, was applied, so that Blade Master still takes a bit of damage. Going after those units again. Acolyte could get taken down. There one goes. Another one could bite the dust right here. Haunted Gold Mine is now done as the units are going to force an engagement here in just a second. Tauren Chieftain now trying to back up. Berserker being left behind due to a couple of Murloc ensnares. Those Murlocs really causing problems. Beyond the Dark Portal was the hardest RTS campaign. Man, that was a good... Yep, it was a good game. I remember playing it. I don't remember the story nearly as much. I think WarCraft 3 has a bigger story that I actually remember with heroes, or perhaps because it's just tied to WoW so much more. Blade Master going to be getting into position here. Tauren Chieftain perhaps going to try to lead the charge. It doesn't have a Scroll of Speed, and so far Fast has not been able to use Ensnare effectively to perhaps pick off those trailing units. That's really what needs to happen, but that Pit Lord in that back position with Howl of Terror and Cleave can cause so many problems. As we take a look, Tauren Chieftain now trying to back away. Does have evasion. Are we going to see perhaps an engagement here again? All right. Blade Master going to go ahead, Wind Walk across, perhaps try and get some damage onto those Obsidian statues. Those Obsidian statues, once they are revealed, that they are very crucial units. There's that Stomp, stunning 5 Crypt Fiends. Obsidian statue in the back, going to get lost. There it goes. Meanwhile, off to the north here, Berserkers are here trying to focus down some more units. Destroyer is currently out on the field as well. Tauren Chieftain puts his foot down again, and a major stomp going across multiple Crypt Fiends once more. The Troll Berserkers trying to finish off Crypt Fiend after Crypt Fiend. Are we going to see another stomp here? No, yes, there is no need for a stomp as the Crypt Fiends, I believe they were revealed. There's a healing word quickly taken out, though. There goes a stomp again, as the Blade Master is still continuing to try to fight down more units. A couple of Crypt Fiends later, or a couple of Crypt Fiends down, as this Crypt Fiend is still taking damage again. All right, more units trying to retreat back. Blade Master going after the Destroyer. Destroyer is currently purged, meaning that has a difficult time trying to run away, as the Berserker is going to be able to burst it down as well. 55 supply compared to 41. Orc with a slight advantage, or a big advantage now, as the healing wave continuing to bounce around again. Pit Lord down to 189, gonna double back around. Kodo Beast does have a Banshee in its belly. Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away, and Undead will live to fight another day. All right, coming back across here, we are looking at Necropolis, Nerubian Tower, and a Spirit Tower. Units can try to get in position. Tauren Chieftain is still at 3. Shadowhunter still at, or now at 4. Blade Master is also at 4, very close to 5. Death Knight is sitting at 4. Lich is sitting at 4. Pit Lord sitting at 3. And with all that said and done, so far the economies are about the same and the hero levels are about the same. It is just the army size that is making such a big difference. Blade Master going after an Acolyte here, having a difficult time. He is cursed, perhaps causing a little bit of hard times. Multiple misses in a row. I believe that was 3 misses in a row, followed by a final purge to finally finish off that unit. Back across here, we are looking at a Crypt Fiend making its way back out. There goes a quick ensnare. Raider is going to be able to finish that off with no problem. Down it goes. Blade Master perhaps prepared to wind walk its way to join back in on the battle. 68 supply compared to 44. Undead with the smaller army, but, well, mining more gold per second right now. So if he can hold on to this and not let his opponent rack up too much gold, he should be fine, as long as he doesn't lose that many units either. Tauren Chieftain going to go ahead and engage. Banshee going to get taken down. There it goes. You do not want to be losing any units at this point, as another Banshee bites the dust. Raider finally down as well. Ensnare onto the Obsidian statue. 240 critical strike. Blade Master with that Claws of Attack plus 12, now having major damage bonus, plus 12 damage, even with a Howl of Terror, as that Pit Lord, well, wants to do more damage. Death Coil onto the Pit Lord. Blade Master, Howl of Terror is still affecting him right now. Still dealing less damage. Back up to plus 31 right now as the Blade Master going after some of these remaining units. All right, Obsidian Statue now taken down. Tauren Chieftain continuing the chase after more units again. Death Coil onto a Spirit Walker, giving level 5 to the Death Knight. Blade Master should be here, ready to engage. Double Nerubian Towers here as well. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain still sitting at 3. Shadowhunter still sitting at 4. Going up against, well, the Death Knight. Blade Master is actually very far deep behind enemy lines. I don't think he really wants to stick around as the Blade Master wind walks and regroups with the rest of his army. Majority of the creep camps are now taken out. And by majority, I mean, I believe all of the creep camps have all pretty much been cleared up. If you want to gain experience on any of your heroes, you need to do it in battle, and you need to take out your opponent's units. 0-0 upgrades, going up against 2-0 upgrades so far. 68 supply compared to 54. Undead finally breaking into low upkeep. Meanwhile, Orc, unsure of how to proceed, needs to get some more Orc burrows. Getting up a Spirit Lodge as well. Where is that? I don't see an Orc burrow in production, so it will be stuck at 68 supply, at least for a little while longer.
Research complete. Our gold mine has collapsed.
Well, macro in StarCraft 2 is much more important. Micro is bigger in WarCraft 3, and upgrades, I would say, are just as or are still important, especially if you're trying to figure out how to stay in no upkeep. You need to find ways to spend your gold that have a profound impact on the game, while trying to dodge and avoid attacks. Which army is wider? Let's take a look. The Berserkers are 2 supply armies. So that means that they'll be able to, or 2 supply units that still deal quite a bit of damage. I would say they are the wider unit compared to the Crypt Fiends. Obsidian Statues, there are 3 of them out here, but I believe one of them is going to be used to transform into a Destroyer eventually. Especially if Spirit Link is going to be used. No, it is going to be Witch Doctors instead. And perhaps we will be looking at some Sentry Wards or I don't believe we'll be seeing Stasis Traps. Healing Wards would also be interesting as well, since Orc players generally have a very difficult time of healing in general. All right. 73 supply compared to 75. Pretty much neck and neck. One Watchtower easily going to get destroyed. Peon going to get taken down. No level ups from that Peon, though. Level 5 on the Death Knight. Well, actually, no. Did the Death Knight get level 5 on that? Or was he simply just too far back? He might have been too far back. All right. 12,500 gold. That has about 20 minutes of mining. Very, very rare that this gold mine does in fact mine out. Meanwhile, Orc is already mining over here at what I'll call the 10 o'clock position, and the expansions still have a little bit of mining to do. It's at 6,610 minutes, and this one is under 9 minutes now. All right, both sides just sitting inside their bases trying to get the right units. We are going to mastery training for Healing Ward, getting up a second Spirit Lodge as well. This may be the reason why this may be a critical reason why to just try to constantly heal up the units. Obsidian Statues are just so powerful in and out of combat, as they are rather beefy and difficult to take down behind enemy lines if you don't have a Blade Master to get straight to that target. Death Coil right there. Are we going to perhaps see a Howl of Terror? Well, a little bit of damage. We're going to see that one Troll Berserker get taken down. There it goes. Blade Master now shows up to the party. Are we going to look at more units trying to head back every which way, ensnare onto the Pit Lord? But the Pit Lord now with Anti-Magic Shell, not nearly as scared. All right. We are looking at a Spirit Lodge about to finish Mastery Training. Scroll of Speed now coming across here. Going to go down after some of those units. Going straight after that Banshee. There it goes. A lot of damage being done. Units going to dive back around. Kodo Beast not able to get anything in its belly. There's a big stomp right there. It had temporarily stunned them, but didn't deal any damage. Tauren Chieftain is also, well, completely missing his targets constantly, as the Crypt Fiends are nearly surrounding him. He should be able to get some more big stomps here in just a moment, getting in a little bit more mana. All right, Berserker's getting taken down. Tauren Chieftain still in the midst of everything. Throws down a big stomp to try to finish off a couple of units. Obsidian Statue about to get taken down. One more shot. There it goes, as the Tauren Chieftain throws down another stomp again. All right, not that much mana for the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain needs to find a way. If it can somehow get one big burst of mana, could easily stun off more units, as the Blade Master going to go straight after that Obsidian Statue and perhaps take him down. Little bit more experience still needed. A Healing Wave still bouncing around. 57 supply compared to 63. Slight advantage for the Undead now, but the Tauren Chieftain gets up to level 4. Potion of Healing on that Tauren Chieftain. He is now out of mana again. Blade Master finishes off another Banshee, as the Death Knight sits at level 5 with a Sobi Mask. Pitlord trying to chase after some more units. Banshees have been getting off multiple curses, as we're looking at the, well, there goes a Witch Doctor showing up to the party, only to pretty much get taken out immediately. Blade Master does not get his Crypt Fiend. Kodo Beast now looking to join in on the fight. Perhaps we'll see a little bit more damage come across here, as the Pitlord now tries to dive on in. 296 critical strike coming in from the Blade Master. Blade Master wants to finish off a handful more units. Is going to be able to finish it? No, it is not. No critical strike there. Berserker 2-0 upgrade. Healing Wards ready to go. Healing Wave bouncing around. Clarity Potion on the Shadow Hunter to get a little bit more mana. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at 4. So we are sitting at a 5-5-4, going up against a 5-4-4 as well. Lich almost at level 5 here, and both sides are still running on 2 bases, at least for a little while longer. 8 minutes left mining here, about 6 minutes at the Blue Orc. Pitlord going to be getting into position. Death Knight Lich now making its way back over. Crypt Fiends 2-0 upgrades. Acolyte's going to shift over. Blade Master looking to finish off some easy units, but the Death Knight is here, providing Unholy Aura, making it difficult for that Blade Master to pick off any of those Acolytes. Down, perhaps he will have better luck over here at the natural expansion. There goes one. Crypt Fiend shows up to the party, gonna get some big damage here, as you see a Crypt Fiend purposely try to hide at just the last moment, or at the right moment, to dodge the critical strike of that Blade Master. One burrowed Crypt Fiend down to what, almost 100 hit points just after 1 or 2 strikes. Blade Master shows up to the party and says, you know what, I can just harass at this other side again. But the missing from that curse still causing some major problems. Blade Master, what is he going to do? Going to shift back around and just hang tight here. Perhaps he is expecting that his opponent is going to be coming across here. Oh, there it is. Blade Master now going to finish off that Acolyte. Acolyte, nope, not going to be able to finish it. There goes one more shot, as the Blade Master now going to try and wind walk back out again. All right, that Blade Master doing so much harassment now. Is it going to look like another? Oh, he must suspect that there is, adding in a shade. Oh, Blade Master must have seen that Acolyte dive into that sacrificial pit and says, nope, I'm not sticking around here whatsoever. Going after a new Acolyte down across here. Will he be able to finish off his target? There's a 1 strike, 2, 3 strikes, takes it down. And going after some more units, 292 critical strike, as the Blade Master is just constantly denying his opponent any bit of gold. Back on the other side of the map, we are still mining away with no real problems. 5 minutes of mining left. And, well, we may see the natural expansion run out of mana. Shade keeping track of that Blade Master. Blade Master could be in big trouble. Down to 216, down to 155, down to 148. As we're going to see, well, a little bit of curse right there. Extra damage on that Blade Master. He will be able to escape at 137 hit points.
Research complete.
Blade Master sitting at level 5 here, getting healed back up. Getting healed back up by a healing salve. Meanwhile, back on the other side here, I believe that Sentry Ward was taken out. A Shade did reveal it extremely important as both sides getting ready and getting into position. Blade Master, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Shadow Hunter needs a bit of mana. Healing Wave bouncing around. Tauren Chieftain seeing that level 4. Once the Tauren Chieftain gets to level 5, that will be a huge advantage. Again, Anti-Magic Shell doesn't work versus Blade Storm. I don't... Is it considered physical damage? Anyways, Blade, yeah, I'm just trying to remember all of the aspects of the game. Blade Master here, ready to go. There is a stasis trap right in that front line. There is a sentry ward as well, a shade. Oh, there in comes a couple of units. I'm gonna try to finish it off. Where is that shade right now? Shade is right there. Gonna try and engage. Oh, there you go. Stasis trap quickly taken down. Blade Master gonna get ready to engage. Death Coil is there as well. Tauren Chieftain gonna ride into the party, put his foot down. No damage done, but the stun across multiple units, absolutely huge. Death Coil saving that Pit Lord again in that front line. Howl of Terror, greatly reducing the amount of damage. -6 still, and that Pit Lord still has another level to go. All right, let's take a look. There goes some more units in the air. Kodo Beast trying to get something to, well, put their mouth around and start chomping on, but unable to do so as the Crypt Fiends and all of the other opposing undead units are just simply too far back. There goes another stomp again. Where is the Death Knight? Death Knight still able to engage. There goes another Berserker. Units are trying to fight every which way. Pit Lord with 11 armor in that front line, able to swing that double-bladed glaive spear thing wildly and just deal damage across multiple units. Tauren Chieftain trying to go after the Lich. Lich down to 113 hit points. Is going to be able to get away. It looks like it will be able to. Decides to stick around after a potion of a lesser invulnerability as a Death Coil lands on him to save as well. Pit Lord continuing to battle it through. 56 supply. Orc is starting to fall behind here. Undead with a major supply advantage, turning into a 25 supply advantage going in towards the end of this fight. Is the Orc going to be able to regroup and perhaps get level 6 on the Blade Master? He does, but he still does not have the necessary mana to really finish off this entire back line. Lich is seeing that level 5. Where is the Death Knight? Well, Death Knight off over here trying to like chase after all of those units and lead the charge again. Meanwhile, Blade Master is still trying to head back every which way. Scroll of Speed disrupting his natural healing again as the Tauren Chieftain sits at level 4. Shadow Hunter gonna pick up some Clarity Potions, some healing salves, and healing wards. There's another Scroll of Speed. There's some healing salves to go around across multiple units again. None for the Blade Master. Using a healing ward to try and top off all those units. All right, Orc oftentimes has a very difficult time to heal up his units. The Witch Doctor's healing ward, such a powerful ability, healing up so many units out of combat, so you're refreshed and ready to go in a moment's notice. Level 5, level 4, level 5. Pit Lord still sitting at level 4.5. Death Knight sitting at 5.5, but level 3 Unholy Aura not going to really make that big of a difference. Blade Master here, ready to go. Let's take a look. There goes that Clarity Potion. Is he going to win walk and try and strike fear while Blade Storming? That is going to be the big question now, as that Blade Master also taking up a Clarity Potion with him. Going to go ahead and try to dive on in, but I believe there could be a shade nearby. Blade Master showing up to the party. Let's take a look. Where is it? What is going to be happening next? There is that Blade Storm already amongst all of those units. So much damage, as you can see. Well, a handful of units there. Obsidian Statue also taken down. Pit Lord also took a lot of damage, about 450. And now we're going to be looking at the Raiders getting ensnared on the Obsidian Statue. That was pretty much a one-sided battle. And all of a sudden, Orc coming out with an 8 supply lead after what seemed like a very, very low time. Missing on the final hits onto that Crypt Fiend right there. Healing Wave bouncing around. No Dust of Appearance on the Blade Master or Tauren Chieftain, so no easy way to reveal. Is this Crypt Fiend going to unburrow in time? No, it will not, as it stays in the ground temporarily. All right, 2 possessed Raiders. The Banshees stealing his opponent's units, and with that, well, getting a little bit of a supply advantage. Trading a 2 supply unit for a 3 supply unit, always a good trade. Also, once again, are we going to perhaps start seeing some more Kodos being possessed for that bonus damage upgrade?
Vengeance for Sulti.
200 gold left here. Meanwhile, 770 gold left on the top. It looks as though the well. Thank you for the back to WarCraft. Thank you for the follow. Back to WarCraft Reforged. Tauren Chieftain here, ready to go. Shadow Hunter, Blade Master gonna get ready to engage again. But so far, these battles have just been long and drawn out, and we haven't had those long enduro battles that I'm expecting to see. Undead allowing Bladestorm, not the Back to Warcraft, not Nemo and Remo, allowing that Bladestorm to reset could be a little bit of a dangerous maneuver as he rebuilds his army 69 over 100. Death Knight, Pit Lord, Lich will be here ready to go. Thank you for the sub. Definitely appreciate it. Every little bit helps, as it's definitely going to start paying for daycare in a little bit as well. All right, we also see a transition into it looks like there were a bunch of gifted subs going around. Thank you, Metaphysics. I know you've been wanting to get a sub for a while, so I'm glad you were a part of this time around as well. Thank you for the subs. How many subs were gifted?
Our gold mine has collapsed.
All right, gold mine collapsed off over here. We are now at 1 each. I think that's up to 4. Is that 4 subs right now? 5 subs. Thank you. Thank you for the subs. That definitely helps. I don't know if I got 5 subs a day, that would really change things around for the channel. Anyways, anti-magic cell now being brought in, trying to finish off some of those barracks, some of these additional units here. Raiders are joining in on the fight. There goes another raider right there. No possession, even though that could have been a possibility to take another free unit. Blade Master going to come in here, and are we going to see anti-magic or Bladestorm right here? And there it goes, Bladestorm across all of those units, and the anti-magic shell is actually absorbing quite a bit of damage, as you can see. But we're looking at, well, the obsidian statue is now finally perhaps going to get taken down. There goes one, there goes 2 swipes to try and take it down. The Crypt Fiends are trying to fight their way back out as the Blade Master is in position. Anti-magic cell doing a great job counteracting, but now that the Tauren Chieftain has mana and has been putting his foot down, things are going rather well. Meanwhile, Healing Ward on the back, Troll Berserkers, and the fact that Healing Ward was able to heal for so long without finally getting taken down was a big deal. Blade Master really starting to finish off things there as the Tauren Chieftain puts his foot down. All right, more Tauren Chieftain putting his foot down. Still has mana to go. Could get up to level 5. And once we see level 5 on that Tauren Chieftain, it seems like that stomp, the stomp radius just expands exponentially. All right, Blade Master, is he trying to bring gifts? Tauren Chieftain, no, doesn't have any additional items right there. Tauren Chieftain just wants to finish off a unit, but hasn't been able to. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter in the back still has a potion of mana and has been keeping all of these units alive. There's some more healing wave bouncing around. Tauren Chieftain still sitting at level 4, really wants to get to level 5. Blade Master could get taken down to 46, down to 47, and it looks like it will survive. All right, healing wave bouncing around again. Witch Doctor trying to pull back. There goes a Death Coil. 73 supply on the undead army as the units were forced to retreat again. 38 minutes into this battle here, 53 supply compared to 72. Orc army needs to find a way to re-engage. Stasis trap was thrown down but was never used. Tauren Chieftain so close to level 5, and that stomp would have made such a big impact, especially now that all that anti-magic shell is starting to fade off. Oh, continuing to battle it through. There goes another Voodoo Lounge again. And we are looking at a Tauren. Well, Spirit Walker, is it going to make its way out? The Spirit Walker does pop out, and here we go. There could be that last engagement going straight for the Obsidian Statue, trying to finish off units. Blade Master trying to fight. Blade Master does have Bloodlust as it is attacking its way through. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used in time. Going now straight after that Pit Lord. Is the Pit Lord going to get taken down? Tauren Chieftain has level 5. Another Stomp could be coming in. There it goes. It looks like another Stomp, but the Pit Lord does have a Potion of Invulnerability. Blade Master being forced to retreat again. Pit Lord trying to, well, decide whether he wants to be in the front of the battle or not as the units are engaging. Tauren Chieftain trying to get back into the line of things. There's we're going to see a stomp. There you go. Big stomp right there, finishing off multiple units. Tauren Chieftain now out of mana. Blade Master trying to dive back every which way. Tauren Chieftain is going to be surrounded. Can he afford to take that much focus fire damage? I don't believe so. Healing Wave trying to keep him alive. And a level 5 Tauren Chieftain with multiple MVP stomps still unable to stay alive. 50 or 47 supply now compared to 61 as the destroyers are going to start, well, trying to finish off the remaining units. Abomination, Blade Master about to get taken down. That could be the final straw. Level 6 now on the Lich. And with the level 6 Blade Master and the level 5 Tauren Chieftain gone, that will be the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Once again, the person with the lower score comes out victorious in that battle here. 665 going up against 665. Hero levels were about the same. The Tauren Chieftain didn't get to level 5 fast enough, and that was the problem. And by the time that stomp expanded and had an even bigger effect, he was already down by about 15 supply. A difference of 20 experience could have been the difference between victory and defeat. We saw how close that Tauren Chieftain was there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.